Welcome.
Albert Sissio, 4817 Northwest 58th Avenue, Coral Springs, Florida. Commissioners, clerk. You may recall the last time I was here, about a month ago, I refrained from delivering my comments for a couple of reasons. One, the meeting like tonight was a very happy, cheerful, collegial meeting, which most of them are that I've been to. And my comments would have engendered some controversy. But I refrained from that. And the reason I refrained was not only because of the controversy aspect of it, which is important, and it's a controversy not of my making. The other thing is there were a lot of children in the audience, and if I had delivered the facts that I had on my notes, they might have gone home and had some nightmares that night. And I'm talking about truth and facts. I'm not prepared tonight to give my final commentary. I will by the next meeting. And at that meeting, I had delivered the outline to you folks. And I had kindly asked if you could take a look at it and maybe get back to me with your comments about it. I didn't receive anything. Did anybody look at it?
Mr. Vice Mayor,
Yeah, go ahead.
if I may, we usually don't have a habit of responding to public comments, but I'm going to respond to you because I hope that next meeting you have every right to come to public comment, but I hope the next meeting you decide not to, because what I read was inarticulate, uninspiring, hateful, and a waste of my time. And I'm sorry, it was inarticulate. It was a waste of my time, and I wish I could get back the 5 minutes that I've spent reading that stuff. And the reason why I say that is because it was incredibly hateful. You missed the spirit of what it was when we were recognizing Indigenous Peoples Day, because Christopher Columbus was a rapist, a murderer, and he spread diseases all across the Caribbean and the Americas. I don't understand how you can refute that. So I'm responding to you. I read it. I did. I took the time and read it, and it was a waste of my time. So there's my comments. Thank you, sir.
Okay, now, that took up my time. Can I have my time back?
You still have a minute 12. We stopped the time. We still, hold on.
So
I'm not
you,
going to respond
Go ahead.
directly to that. What I will say is that my research goes back many, 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 many years, and I picked up on my research. I've spoken with anthropologists, I've spoken with historians, and over the next couple of weeks, I'll have all of that information based on facts and truths corroborated. And I would request that you take another look at it, the entire body, because the comments that were just made was an exhibit of hate speech. And it was the same kind of hate speech that was delivered that night by the representatives of the indigenous peoples. Now, if we begin, if you looked at my comments, just the basic, just a cursory look at the comments, the phrase indigenous peoples is a misnomer. They are not indigenous peoples. They are migratory. And that's just the beginning. The more you dig, the more you find that these were not good people. And the slurs that have been directed at Columbus are a travesty.
But he was a rapist.
Okay.
Like, it's factually known.
So what I would like to do,
That concludes your time. Commissioner Nancy Matera-Bone.
thank you, Mr. Vice Mayor. So I don't usually go back and forth with residents, and I'm going to respectfully agree to disagree with you, but indigenous people have the right to exist. I brought up this,
nobody's saying that.
excuse me, I'm speaking. I brought up that proclamation to highlight the diversity in our community. Indigenous people lived here prior to this Coral Springs being established.
May I make one
And
last
this is the land of Tequesta people, and they have the right to be acknowledged. We also share this land with Seminole people, Mississippi people, and they have the right to be acknowledged. And yes, you may spew your hate, but these individuals live in our community, and we will continue to respect them. In the spirit of diversity and inclusion, which is a core value of this commission, we will continue to highlight them and amplify them because they are members of our community. Whether you want to acknowledge them or not, they are members of our community, and we will respect them and their heritage and their culture. So, sir, you may bring those facts. They're hateful. I did read your comments. They're hateful, and you're going to get a rude awakening when that same proclamation comes before you again in November.
May I make one last comment?
Next speaker.
A lot of my time is taken up. There's no need for you to.
You had your entire
There's no
full
need.
time.
Just one last comment.
Didn't,
Would you issue a proclamation?
Next speaker.
to The organization that was involved with slavery.
All right.
That's my last comment. Would you issue a
Sir, please exit the chambers at this time.